Hey guys, I'm Rich from NeoWin, and today we're unboxing the Dell Latitude 7400 2-in-1. So this is a business laptop, which is Dell's Latitude brand is for businesses, and the 7000 indicates that it's the premium end of it, and the 2-in-1 indicates that it's a 2-in-1. It's obviously it's convertible. It's got comes with a pen and everything. There's rapid charging, which is supposed to give you a really fast charge, and it comes with, well, it doesn't come with it, but I don't believe it comes with it, but it's in my review unit. 90-watt charger, and was like, that's really high. 90 watts is really high, considering that that it's got a U series V Pro processor, 8th gen, which is obviously the latest one that's out there. There's no 9th gen U series, and there never will be, but that's another story for another time. So let's get this open. All right. And 90-watt charger is a lot for something with integrated graphics. If you have dedicated graphics, obviously like the Dell XPS 15 comes with a 135-watt charger. But yeah. So, and here's that charger. It's right at the top of the box. So here's our power cable. We're not going to open that right now. You can see that the power brick is a little bit bigger than the ones that we usually see. And we're going to see, it should say 90 watts somewhere on it. It is a USB Type-C charger, which should be fine for 90 watts. I've had that discussion in the past. Yeah, it says 90 watts in very small letters. I've had that discussion in the past where you really won't see USB Type-C chargers over 100 watts. And it's strange because Dell's XPS 15 2-in-1 does, in fact, come with a 135-watt USB Type-C charger. It's the only one I've ever seen. I assume that the pen is in here. And we just pull this open here. Had to cut it open. There's a little seal on there. So there's our pen. So it does require a battery. And, it's a pretty standard looking pen. We got a little bit of plastic here that we can just peel off. Yeah. It's a pen. It's definitely a pen. It comes with a quadruple A battery, which these things are not all that uncommon, but I wouldn't call them common either. Quadruple A batteries do exist. You'll find them probably at Best Buy rather than your local pharmacy. It's what Microsoft used in their Surface pens. Like, it's very common in pens for PCs, but I feel like much of the market has moved on to rechargeable pens, whether it's wirelessly chargeable like Apple does with the new Apple Pencil, where you just stick to the side and it charges, or, there's just a charging port on the side, which many other companies have done. So let's get to the actual laptop, if I could dig through all the other stuff in here. All right, we got some plastic stuff. Let's get rid of these. And anything else in the box? No, just a little bit of paperwork floating around down there that we are not going to look at. So this does feel a little bit heavy. It says it weighs 2.99 pounds. You can see it's an aluminum build, and it doesn't feel like it's 2.99 pounds. It's funny, there's a lot of PCs that say they're a certain weight, but they don't feel a certain weight. It really just has to do with how the weight is distributed and how the build is. But yeah, it's not particularly thick. It's 8.53 millimeters thick, so that's at the front, and 14.89 millimeters at the back. I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way this is 8 millimeters, but yeah, right at the front here, just over 8 millimeters, and 14 at the back. It's not a particularly thin and light device, but we can see that we have a convertible, and our fingerprint sensor in the power button over here. There's also a feature called Express Sign-On, where it'll actually sense when you're near it and wake up the PC, and it will sense when you walk away and lock the PC. So I'm very interested to see how well that works. Bugs that worry me are that maybe I'll be using it and it'll just lock because somehow it thinks I walked away. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, so there you have it. It's got a 1080p display. This PC is not available in 4K. Let's just take a look at what they actually gave me. So, like I said, it is 1080p. It's the only one. and we should have a Core i7-8665U. So that is the V Pro version of the Whiskey Lake Core i7. It's going to be quad core, 15 watts, 8 threads. We got 16 gigs of RAM. It's got to be Windows 10 Pro. Yeah, Windows 10 Pro. This is a business laptop after all. 1809 for some reason. Storage, we've got 512 SSD. So this is a pretty solid device we got here. Nice specs. And we're gonna sign into Wi-Fi. Now let's take a look at what actually comes on the PC. We have Microsoft bloatware bloating it up with Candy Crush Friends, Candy Crush Saga. I want to know what Dell has though, because business PCs always have a lot of very cool stuff on them, a lot of security features and stuff. So Dell Power Manager, I don't know what this is all about, but the only way to find out is to click it. If it opens. So some Intel management apps, Waves Max Audio Pro, so we're going to have some solid audio quality from here. More Microsoft bloatware. Alright, so not many Dell apps, which is cool. There's also no antivirus pre-installed, which is one of my favorite things about business PCs, which is they don't try to force you to use all their bloatware. So most of the stuff that's on here just comes from Microsoft. Okay, so yeah, Dell Update, Dell Support Assist, that's all stuff you can use to install drivers. And yeah, nothing pre-installed. It's a signature. Oh, this is going to open, which is fantastic. Cool. So you can manage a lot. I don't believe I've seen this on consumer PCs. I could be totally wrong. Okay, peak shift, thermal management. I clicked on it. It does take a little while. Oh, I have seen this on a couple PCs. I don't know if it's on all of them though. Awesome. Cool. As far as ports go, now let's look at the bottom side of this PC. All right, it's your regular. By the way, your regular chiclet style keyboard. It has a solid depth to it. It's not very shallow, which is kind of cool in a convertible. That's somewhat rare. Precision trackpad, as you'd guess. Over here we've got two Thunderbolt 3 ports, HDMI 1.4B, USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type A, and then over here we've got another Type A port, which is also USB 3.1 Gen 1, micro SD, Kensington lock, 3.5 millimeter combo audio. So a lot of cool stuff over here. Well, not really cool, it's pretty standard, but you know, I think PCs are cool, so get over it. But yeah, so USB 3.1 Gen 1, that's fine, that's 5 gigabits per second. Two Thunderbolt 3 ports is nice, which means you get 40 gigabits per second on each one. Assuming that they're full Thunderbolt 3 ports, and you would be able to plug in two 4K monitors on each one, or one 5K monitor on each one, which is really nice because that HDMI 1.4 port won't do 4K very well for you. So that is, I mean, obviously you don't want to plug in four 4K monitors, but you could with those two Thunderbolt 3 ports. I mean, you wouldn't want to do it, I say, because you probably don't have the graphics power with integrated graphics on this. But that's fine. I mean, if you wanted to, you could plug in an external display, an external GPU into one of those Thunderbolt 3 ports, and then plug in two 4K monitors into the other one. So there's a lot you can do with those ports. Like I said, chiclet style keyboard is very, very standard with the silver color, the black chiclet keys, islanded. It feels like a very nice keyboard though, and I'm looking forward to spending a little bit of time with that. So if we go into our Windows Hello settings, let's see what we got. I'm not completely sure I went the wrong place. Accounts, that's where we want to go. Sign in options. So yeah, looks like we do have facial recognition on this unit, but I don't see fingerprint sensor. There should be a fingerprint sensor in the power button. It is in the spec sheet. So yeah, we'll find out more about that when we use it. And that's about it. This is the Dell Latitude 7400 2-in-1. I've never reviewed a Dell Latitude before. I've reviewed business PCs from HP, Lenovo. I've got one from Acer now, and I do really enjoy them. And I enjoy the unique features that they tend to provide. So it's gonna be fun for me, at least. You know, it offers LTE as well, Cat 16 gigabit LTE, which is great. I don't think this one has it, which They never do. The review units never have LTE. But so like the biggest, like the headlining feature of this laptop is the express sign-in feature that allows you to have it automatically turn on when you come near it and automatically lock when you walk away. So that's something I'm going to be spending a lot of time with. I mean, obviously it's just going to be automatic. So that's going to be pretty cool. But also the fast charging is pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool that they shipped it with a 90-watt charger. I don't know if I've ever seen a U-series laptop with integrated graphics shipped with a 90-watt charger. Usually it'll be 65 watts, sometimes even 45 watts. So this should charge up pretty quick. So yeah, I'm going to have more on this in a few weeks. I'll have a review, so stay tuned for that. I'm Rich from NeoWin. Have a great night.